What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your very first time joining me. My name is Jessica. I'm a mother as well as a makeup lover, of course. So I don't recall if I said this in my last video. I think I did. I received a bunch of, I might have said this in my other, in my first video uploading back. Anyways, I received a few eyeshadow palettes in PR. I bought a few eyeshadow palettes, so I am coming with the new palette content. But I actually received a beautiful PR package from Prolux Cosmetics. So it's their new Toyland Town collection. It comes with the eyeshadow palette, 3 candy cane lip glosses, a sponge, a chapstick, and a cute little gingerbread ornament. So the whole package is super cute. One thing that I noticed right off bat from Prolux is that they put a lot of love and attention into their packaging and the palette cover and all that stuff, the color story. So right off bat, I think that's the whole collection is gorgeous, super beautiful. So I wanted to use those products today, create this beautiful Christmas look for you guys, which is actually inspired by a look I did last year, which is a little bit of razzle dazzle to it. Look at my little cute gingerbread man earring. We're giving all of the Christmas vibes and I'm here for it. So I really hope that you guys enjoy today's video. Don't forget to stay tuned until the very end of the video where I will do an up close of my makeup for you guys. That way you can see the true beauty of the blend. And if you're curious to see me do this look, definitely keep on watching. Right off bat, she's giving gingerbread man. So this is what the palette looks like, and of course I have already dipped into the shades, but it's giving all the Christmas vibes, and I love that. Usually when people do a theme for their eyeshadow palettes, I feel like they never look like you expect them to look, right? Like this has the reds, the greens, yellow, silver, white, it's giving Christmas. It's perfect. So I'm actually gonna start by taking the shade Hot Cocoa, which is this brown right here, and I'm taking it on more of a packing brush. I need to wash my brushes, so we're just working with what we got. I'm just gonna pack this shade down in a cut crease shape, and this is gonna be my darkest shade. There's another shade in here. I can't tell if it's black or green. I think it's green though. So I wanted to keep it nice and brown. So I'm pressing this down and I'm not doing circle motions to blend. I'm doing patting motions. With a packing brush like this, the patting motions are going to be best because this is not really meant for circular blending because of the shape. Now I'm going to take shade Oh Dear, which is a reddy brown. I'm going to take it on the same brush and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go right to the edge and start tap blending this out. The first time that I tried the Prolux formula, I used greens and I was not impressed. So going into this palette, I'm trying to see what's going to work best for the shadows. And actually, these ones are a little bit easier to work with. I don't know if it's because I'm using a lot of the neutral colors, which are a lot easier not only to work with, but probably to make. But these do blend a little bit easier than the other palette that I tried from Prolux, the dragon dinosaur one. I'm gonna take a fluffy blend bunny brush and shade Teddy Bear. These are very pigmented as well, which you're going to see right now. And I'm going to start blending this shade out in circle motions. So I am doing I always like to smoke it out at the edge. So when I get to that point, I'll just do this number here. Just do a triangle. And I'll go back and blend. That piece right there, you see it's not blended. I'll fix it. I'll go back and blend. So once I'm at this point, this is really pigmented, right? I want it to be a little bit lighter. I'm going to take the shade North Pole on the same brush, which is kind of like a off-white. It's not completely white, but it's white. I'm gonna use this to go over the edges of that brown, just to soften them up and blend it right into my base before I go back and like re-intensify my shades. Recomplete, girl. P.Louise cut carver, cut the crease, and I'm gonna lay down blank canvas today. But like, I mean, it blended nicely. Like, I still had to put like a little bit more effort than I'm used to, but we got there in the end. I always forget how good that blank canvas is until I use it again, and I'm just like, chef's kiss. I always will go back in with my darkest shadow, whatever shade was in this outer corner, to blend the base right into that shadow. It gives it a nice seamless blend. And then on that same brush, shade Oh Dear. And I'm gonna go straight across with these shades, because like I'm gonna do a brown wing, so like if it's straight, it's fine. I'm gonna take this little tiny pencil brush. This is a Blend Bunny brush, and the shade Ho Ho Ho, which is a red. I feel like the only thing that this palette is really missing is more lighter medium tones. Like, we have 4 light shades, and we have like 6 dark shades, and then we have like a bunch of shimmers, and we even have some pressed glitters. But I feel like that's really the only thing this palette is really missing as far as the color story goes, is like medium tones. But I mean, obviously we can make it work, because the white helps to lighten the shade that we use, that's why it's very important to have a black and white, to deepen shades, to lighten shades. If you don't have those shades, you could make it work anyways. So I'm gonna take this pencil brush and just blend this red in. So I'm gonna do about right here, just like that. It's not perfect, that's okay, because we're gonna perfect it. I'm gonna take shade North Pole on a packing brush and just set the lid. Sometimes I find that whites could be kind of patchy. This is like an off-white, but it's actually very, very like smooth and creamy. Now that I'm happy with that blend, I'm going to take my dual lash glue, and then of course I wanted to throw some green in there. We have a red, pressed glitter, silver, yellow, and green. I was like, you know what? I was going to do the red, but I'm like, you know what? Let's do the green. So that's shade Mistletoe. So I'm just taking that glitter on this little angled liner brush. I'm trying to be pretty precise, but I'm just kind of pressing this into that glue. And then I'll just take my trusty dusty spoolie and kind of just clean up that line and make it a little bit sharper. Wherever there's not lash glue, the glitter is going to come off pretty easily. I don't really use this paint, so we're going to use it today. This is the P.Louise Crisp Finish in the shade Smokin' Hot. I'm going to lay this down for my liner, and then I'm going to pack shade Hot Cocoa, which is the darkest brown, right on top of that. And then these are just a pack of Amazon lashes. They're Big Daddies, and that was the goal. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll come back and do the beige. In the little PR package, they sent this cute freaking hot cocoa cup. It's supposed to be like, you know, it's supposed to resemble like the drink, but it has like holes in it, so like you could put your wet sponge in there and it's not gonna get like moldy, you know. So this is the sponge wet, very soft, by the way. I'm gonna keep this like on my shelf or something. That's super cute. The only thing that I'm trying that's new is the blush palette, so we're just gonna smack on all of my usual stuff. So for today I'm going to be taking the Maybelline foundation. I've been using the, I didn't use it today, but I should have, the Prolux like blurring primer, and it feels like, when I first used it, I felt like it was going to mess up the foundation underneath, but so far the foundations that I've like used with it, it hasn't messed with them at all, and it is like super blurring. So far that's like one of my favorite products from Prolux. I know I always look wild when I first apply my foundation, but it all works out for the best in the end. I made that too pale. But that's okay. I'll fix it. I'm going to take the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Tan Walnut. This, like, you guys know how long I've had this, and it just keeps going. The gift that keeps on giving. I just feel like this is, like, such a beautiful, like, bronzy contour shade for my skin. And then I just take whatever's left on the brush and kind of stamp it on the side of my nose. I'm going to be going in with a very light P.Louise Chic of It. This is in the shade Lele Pink. Because I am going in, I want to use, like, I want to get pretty deep with the shade. So I want to have, like, a nice light base to go in with the powder. So I want to use this really light shade. I haven't used this one in a while because it is so light. I don't know, because it is, like, super light. I think I could get away with it. Yeah, just like a subtle kiss of color. That's what I was going for. I don't want my cream to be super like overly pigmented, because I want the blush palette, the powder palette, to be the star of the show today. I'm also taking e.l.f. concealer. This is shade Fair Beige. This is a very bright concealer, which is what we want. So I'm going to start by kind of blending this out with a brush. And then I will go in with my sponge to properly press her in. For setting powder, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me on my whole face and the Dragon Beauty translucent setting powder in the shade Pink under my eyes. But this is before I even went in with the sponge. Like, look at how nice that blended out. This brush blended out really good. Doesn't have a name, but she did good. I need a good, like, blurring powder on my nose because it's not looking too hot. I'm also going to take some of this Jaclyn powder, the Mood Light. I just feel like my skin looks so dry. And this powder makes it just look healthy. It gives you like a healthy glow. Then I'm going to take the Jaclyn bronzer. This bronzer is exactly what I needed. I want to use two blushes. Because we're going for more red toned on the eyes, I'm thinking I want to take this shade right here and probably some of this one right here. I'm going to take the Blend Bunny brush. No, I'm going to take this little brush for the darkest shade. And I'm going to keep this right here. Temple, back of the cheek. Okay, why is that so gorgeous? Now I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. This is the Blend Bunny. Does this have like a number or anything? No, just Blend Bunny brush. And I'm going to take that light pale pink. I'm using a bigger brush for this shade because I want to use this to blend. I think this is my favorite P.Louise blush palette. That's stunning. I wanted to take the Ellie Star X Lele Posh highlighter palette. You can still buy a couple of the singles, I believe, but I don't think you could really buy the palette anymore. So this collection did also come with 3 lip oils, so I think I'm just gonna let's do this one. I'm just gonna do like a nude with the lip oil on top of it. Me and my kid were messing with my camera settings. He messed with them, so I messed with them. So I'm hoping this video looks really good quality. What do we think of the hair? It's giving beach waves, and I'm here for it. I do want to start by saying that the first PR package that I got from them, they had sent me their dinosaur, like, prehistoric collection and then like a bunch of like random little bits and bobbles. I was not too impressed with the performance of the palette. The color story, the packaging, 10 out of 10, but the actual performance of the shadows just wasn't up to my standards. So I was a little like uncertain and like hesitant going into specifically this palette, but genuinely like it blended beautifully. Like it's a beautiful palette. It's giving me all of the Christmas vibes. Like I look at this palette and I definitely do see Christmas. So I really love that like the color story matches the theme. I could really appreciate that. They did also send over this little reindeer chapstick. How freaking cute is that? I can't let my kids see it because I'll destroy it. It also did come with a little gingerbread man ornament. I'm gonna put this on my tree. It also came with 3 lip oils. I did use this one right here. Does this have a name? Candy cane lip gloss. That's all it says. So just like the dark burgundy one, these smell amazing. They're very thin. They're very lightweight and thin. They kind of have like a sweet kind of like vanilla scent. I don't know why I smelled that. Like that was gonna give me anything. I'm gonna throw one of these in my purse. Like this is nice. It's pretty. So yeah. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Definitely don't forget to like and subscribe if you like me and if you like my content. Without further ado, we're gonna go right on ahead. Roll the clip.